Hey, hello everybody. This is Joseph Dixon. I'm the guy that uh, commented on this "Checks in the Right" post today. That seems to be getting, I don't know, some kind of attention. I don't know why. That's usually if you write more than two sentences, people don't even want to read it. And I wrote all that, and what we have like 648 people have read it and have asked some questions and things like that. And wow, I wasn't expecting that. Been at work all day. Sorry I wasn't able to respond till now. It would just be easier for me to make a video than it would be to try to type all this stuff. So I'm just going to try to do that. I see that there's lighting right on my glasses. That's just kind of how it's going to be. I'm not one of these video people that are all technological and know how to do all this video stuff. I just don't. So it's going to be what it is. Let me try to jump right in. All I just jotted down a few notes just so that I don't forget anything. I'm 52 now. Now I used to laugh at my mother from having to put things real far away to read them. Now I'm doing that, so I might have to take my glasses just so a brother can see his notes. If that's what it has, if that's what it has to be, that's what it is. All right, let me jump right in. This is to Jennifer Lynn, who asked what worked on me as far as I was a very hardcore America hating, everything and everybody's racist type of straight ticket voting Democrat. I was really a socialist, really. Golly, I even used to believe that nobody should have guns except the police and the military. Yeah, I've completely changed on that now. Uh-oh. Don't tell anybody, I'll get canceled. Um, anyway, so Jennifer, I'll tell you what did not work on me. Being disrespected, being called a baby killer, a commie, woke, things like that. That just did not work at all. I think from either side, none of that's really helpful. I know we all get mad, rightfully so, at some of the issues going on in the way people react to them and their stance on them, but that kind of stuff did not help. During the 2016 primary, even me, as thick as my head was and as hateful as I was, Hillary's pandering, there was just no way. I would just have to put myself into some kind of dreamland kind of state to deny the kinds of things that she was saying on that radio show, the black radio show. Oh yeah, I carry packets of hot sauce. Come on now, come on now. Even a lot of black people don't do that. That is some straight up pandering. And I think one of the hosts in there even said, "Hey, it sounds like you just pandering to try to get our votes." And she said, "Is it working?" Come on, man. So that really got on my nerves. Then she called Trump voters deplorables. Even though I was an America-hating, angry black guy that just wanted to be a part of some kind of group, like a collectivist or something, I was still never a fan of disrespecting other people just because they felt differently. Hey, I came up in junior high and high school as a hardcore punk rocker, stage diving. I'm a drummer, a musician, playing in bands. Nobody cared what anybody looked like or what color they were or where they came from. And so that always got on my nerves. Even though I was an America-hating Marxist, I still was not a fan of disrespecting people, childish name-calling, stuff like that. So, yeah, that did not work on me. Hillary's pandering started to get on my nerves. Then I kind of just realized, nobody had to tell me, I just kind of started thinking, wow, listen to Hillary's pandering. Come to think of it, Democrats only come and talk to us colored folk every 4 years. Yeah, I'm sure maybe that's the case for the other party too, maybe, but not like this. This is blatant, and we fall for this crap every time. All they have to do is quote something that Martin Luther King said, or quote something out of a Bible that they may or may not have ever even read for themselves before their campaign, and we hoop and holler, emotional response. And then, of course, the thing that never fails, all they have to do is throw the word racism out there. And oh, they got us. Hook, line, and sinker. They got us. They had me. Worked on me for years. There's no telling how many times I bought into this stuff, and it could have been an outright blatant lie or a misrepresentation. So, but I fell for that kind of crap. I was the type, I believe, that Republicans and conservatives were existed to pass legislation to keep people of color down. And then I saw a video that Lyndon Johnson made. I think he even said the N-word, oh yeah, we'll keep them voting for us for years. That got me to thinking, wow, Democrats come and speak to us every 4 years just to promise enough crumbs that they never deliver on anyway. Now, remember, I was a hateful, just angry black man Marxist. But then I got to thinking, well, should the government be making any kind of promises to deliver on things, on stuff, money to people anyway? Yeah, I think it's great when people that really truly need help can get help, that there's some kind of mechanism, some kind of something in place for people that truly need help. But even back then, I got to thinking, wow, is that really the place of a government to do that? So that got me thinking. Then this all happened like, I don't know, not even a 2 weeks time. I'm starting to think about all these things for the first time. Then I started thinking about abortion. And I was like, you know what? It is murder. My body, my choice. Yes, nobody's telling you can't do what you want with your body, but the baby is in its own body. The baby is its own body. The baby is not your body. It may be living within you, but it has its own body. It is not your body. So I began to think, you know what? For the first time, that this is murder. Man, I got to thinking to myself, Joseph, I don't know if I can support this anymore. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. Then I got to thinking about illegal immigration. I said illegal. Again, I could not care less what color anybody is or where they come from. But at the same time, Jennifer Lynn, how about me and you? Let's go sneak into Mexico and see what's going to happen. We're going to get caught, locked up, probably imprisoned, might not even get sent back because we'll be in prison. These laws are in place for a reason. Even though I was a knucklehead, God, I was so young and dumb. I still never wanted to do anything to get in trouble. I had 10-inch high spikes. I had mohawks, leather jackets with spikes and razor blades on them. People thought I was all dangerous. I was the nicest kid you could ever be with. All I wanted was for everybody to just get along and laugh. That's all I wanted. But I followed all the rules. Never broke the law. So if I can't break the law, why should anybody else be allowed to break the law? So if that's the case, then I have to be against this. This is people breaking the law. So that was something new that I arrived on. Then the thing happened that I never would have thought happened. I even started thinking about, I heard this term, America First. Like, you know what? My own household has to come first. There might be some people I would like to help or give money to or buy something from for someone. I don't know. But my house, my family, our needs, our finances have to come first. And so I got to thinking, Joseph, if that's true, then there can't be anything wrong with putting America first. That was shockingly new to me, because to me, that kind of thinking automatically equates to being a racist. And, with my white wife and our 5 mixed children, I forgot, I can't say mixed. I better say biracial before I get canceled. But with my white wife and our 5 mixed children, it's pretty obvious I wasn't racist. So I had to allow myself for the first time to think and feel that, you know what, there is nothing wrong with putting this country first. You put your own house first. There's nothing wrong with putting this country first. And that just opened up almost like a floodgate of realization and all kinds of things that led me to realize that I can't vote for these people anymore. It's going to cost. I'm the type of person I'm not private at all. That's, some of you, I know a lot of that's for a lot of conservatives. That's, boy, they're like, what? But I'm not. I have, and this is mostly the punk rock thing talking. I have no problem saying exactly what I think about something, and that's just the way the pickle squirts on that. I'll tell you, I don't care. But now I'm considering voting different. Now there's this guy, Donald Trump, in the primary, and he's already come down the escalator and announced he's running. Now I'm considering voting for him? What? Joseph, I'm thinking to myself, do you know what's going to happen? You're going to be called a sellout, an Uncle Tom, a coon, a traitor. Oh, yeah, and I have 2 vans. Every single tire on both those vans have been stabbed. Got a brick thrown through one of the windshields, excuse me, that said, how was it worded? Uncle Tom, something Uncle Tom, and like a badly drawn trigger fingers. So now I'm getting my first indirect death threat, and I've gotten direct death threats ever since. This is 2016 now, and it's done nothing but got worse, just because I'm very outspoken about it. And I'm outspoken about it, number one, because that's just how I am. I don't care. And number two, there are a lot of people of color out there who feel the same way that I do, or they've started to question. But see, y'all don't understand the kind of pressure that a person of color is put under when they begin to start to consider voting red, or even entertaining some of those policies or ideals. Man, it's terrible. I mean, it goes beyond just getting unfriended, deleted, and belittled, disrespected, and hated. It goes beyond that. I mean, we could be killed. Some people have to leave neighborhoods, move to another town or city. It is terrible. So it's really cost me, but I have to be spoken out, because if I don't, then I'm kind of part of the problem. I have to speak out, because if I don't, me talking might be just what another person needed to just get over that last hurdle, that last bit of fear, before they go ahead and change their voting patterns, or even before that, just to begin thinking differently, just to begin considering facts, logic, and evidence. Do you know that when you are as hardcore left as I was, there could even be video footage that, no, this didn't happen, no, this wasn't said. When you were hardcore left like I was, the 3 things that matter most are feelings, emotion, and everything's racist. That wipes out or trumps everything else. It really does. Even video evidence, documentation, eyewitness accounts. I don't care what it is. It trumps it all. And that's a sad way to be. And well, even now I still think back to some of the ways that I was, and some of the things that I believed, and some of the things I've done. You know what? I'm getting way off subject, but I'm going to say this anyway. I did something so horrible in the 7th grade. Yeah, I grew up in Anderson, Indiana. Back then, the elementary school I went to, when we got off the bus, we had to stand. The principal, all right, you N-word, stand over here. All of our white friends got to go in first. At lunch, for a while, we had to get our eating utensils out of the beige plastic containers. All of our white sisters and brothers got to get theirs out of the white plastic containers. There's so many stories I could tell you about my experiences with real racism. Not this crap racism now, where just because somebody doesn't agree and they're white, they're a racist. That's horrible. Here's what I'm getting to. In the 7th grade, because of being under so much pressure to be black enough. Here's what you don't know. Remember earlier I mentioned that I was into punk rock and heavy metal and all this kind of stuff. You don't do that when you're black. So even back then in the 7th grade, I was already a sellout. I was already an Uncle Tom for listening to white music. God, I can't listen to white music. I can't pronounce my words properly, or that's acting white. If I try to do too much, if I try to do my homework or get good grades, that's trying to be white. I know that's way off the subject, but I have to throw that in just so that you understand where I'm coming from. So in the 7th grade, something happened in class that I didn't like. That most of it was due to my own irresponsibility and childishness, but I accused a teacher of doing something because I was black. I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know that that teacher ended up not being there anymore. I've just recently found out what town she lives in, and someone sent me her Facebook profile, and I'm going to reach out to her and hope she remembers me. And I don't see how she can after what I did, and just pour my heart out to her and apologize. I'm getting to this. People of color can be some of the most racist people in the world. Yes, anyone can. I can't stand when I hear this stuff. A black man can't be racist. Let me tell you, a black person can be racist. Any ethnicity, anybody can be racist. Racism is when you believe that your color group is superior to another. That's being a racist. Not calling something out, not telling the truth about something, not asking something, not accidentally saying something that you could not have known that you're not supposed to say. You know, there's so many things you can't say now you don't even know. Next thing you know, you're getting pulled into an HR meeting. Next thing you know, you may be even fired, your reputation damaged. Boy, I'm going way off the subject here. Let me try to get back on Miss Jennifer Lynn. Another thing I liked about Trump, he spoke to people of color, especially black people, directly. I don't know that I've seen any Republicans, conservatives ever do that. They would try to avoid. I don't know their hearts. I don't know what's going on in their mind. Maybe they just figure, it's not going to matter anyway. It's going to be used to make us look bad. Why even try? But Trump did. Remember earlier I said when you're as hardcore left as I was, feelings, emotion, and everything's racist trumps everything else. Trump tapped into the feelings element by simply saying, hey, I forgot, I don't cancel me. I don't remember his exact words, but he pretty much said, listen, black community, what do you have to lose? And that touched on the feeling element or feeling component that I feel that a lot of Republicans and conservatives just either don't want to, or they do not possess the ability to try to tap into. And I mean, he had my vote. Then it was to the point where I would crawl through, 2 miles of grenades and Celine Dion songs to pull that lever for him. It didn't matter. I was hardcore, and I'm even more hardcore now. So yeah, him coming to speak directly to the black community was huge. I could not vote for him. Another thing that happened before that election, I found out that there was going to be a Klan rally nearby. Like I said, I live in Anderson. This Klan rally was supposed to, it was scheduled to be in Alexandria. So I went to Alexandria. Wait, what you mean? You went to Alec? They were going to string you up. I wanted to go because I figured I just wanted to talk to at least one of them. I figured there had to be some point or something that we agreed on, somewhere where we were eye to eye on, where we could see that we were not that different. That's all I wanted. Anyway, I got there. It wasn't a Klan rally. It was just some people that lived there that were just having their own Trump rally. I made so many friends. I got invited to so many dinners. which further again disproved what I was told and led to believe about Republicans and conservatives. That day when I told some people that I was going to go to this Klan rally, oh, you stupid, oh, you ignorant, you a dumb fool, you gonna get killed. Well, I guess that's it for you. Ain't gonna see you tomorrow anymore, So it was really the same old that I've been used to hearing, but that is not what I found at all. Like I said, I made so many friends and got invited to so many dinners, and I'm still in contact with so many of them today. Just made some great, long-lasting friendships, and that's just great. I guess the one thing I want to say as I try to attempt to close in this babbling video, I would love to see Republicans and conservatives begin to tap into the feelings and emotion parts of things. Now, us as conservatives mostly feel we don't need that crap. We've got facts and evidence and data, which we do, which we definitely need to lean on instead of being drawn into silly arguments and childish name calling and things like that. Yes, we do have those things, but we don't have the feelings and emotions component of this. Maybe that's a lot of it is because we're independent, rather not have a handout, rather get in there and work for it and make it happen. So there's no time for feelings. The feelings don't matter. The feelings don't, where's it at? The feelings don't matter what this calculator shows. This calculator shows that I need to bring in this much money a month, so it doesn't matter how I feel. Yeah, I get that. But there's a whole lot of people who are brought up to feel that their main purpose politically and socially is to find some kind of group that they can belong to, whether that be what color they are, who they sleep with. I don't know. I could say all kinds of things, but they get indirectly conditioned to believe that they're that they are supposed to connect with another group like that, and then be angry at somebody, and direct all that anger at somebody, at some business, at some organization, things like that. And they do it. They live for it. They will die, almost die for it. We don't really have that. No, I'm not saying that we should, but I'm just saying this is the element this is a component I would love to see Republicans and conservatives tap into, because some people that have always voted left, maybe that close, but if you connected with them on some kind of subject matter, and that subject matter can simply be the truth. The subject matter can simply be how much groceries are now compared to what they were when President Trump was in. Things like that can't be denied. And most of the time they will deny it. Like I said earlier, you could have video evidence and they still will resort or fall back to an emotional argument, some kind of feelings-based sentences. They'll lash out in just out of emotion and feelings. And everything's racist. Don't forget that. So, and that's too bad. We won't get them all. But we can try. This is one thing we definitely need to add. How can you do that? No, you don't have to change who you are. You don't have to change anything. You can do that by simply listening. When you're talking to some hardcore, some of you may call them a lefty, I don't know. Let's discontinue doing that kind of stuff. That is not going to win over one voter. None of that would have won me over. Nope, ain't no way. Would have pushed me further apart. It was really a Democrat, Hillary, calling the Trump voters deplorables and the hot sauce, and oh gosh, when she went to that black church and she quoted, I forgot who it was. I'm going to get called a sellout because I can't remember who it was. And she busted out her black voice. Y'all remember this? What did she say? I don't feel no ways tired. And the whole black church erupted and, oh, praise the Lord, all this crap that we always do. That made me, I wanted to throw up twice. Just got on my nervous system so bad. Anyway, I'm just saying, some people are going to be like that, and there's not going to be any swaying them, but some might be. What can you do to affect that change in their heart, in their mind politically? A big thing. No arguing that's based on name calling and disrespect. Listen. Now, let me say this about listening. That person needs to be listenable. It's not going to last very long, and it's definitely not going to be fair if you are trying to be good and listen, and then somebody else is cussing all in your face, just being horrible. That's not going to help either. So hopefully they'll be listenable and just listen. Remember that feelings and emotion component of this. You're tapping into that simply just by shutting up and listening. You don't have to agree with it. You won't agree with it, but just listen. Then they'll be like, I've had so many that send me messages that voted for President Trump the last 2 times that were in the same place that I was, where they never would have voted red. No way. But they did this time. They did it in secret. I was going somewhere good. This sentence was going to be so powerful. Y'all was going to, consider me for a radio show or something. But I lost it. It's gone. But just please listen to people. Listen to people. No disrespect. No childish name calling. Then that opens up the door for you to come with the facts and the evidence and the logic. Because when you've satisfied that emotional, that feelings based, I keep using the word component because that's all I got today. When you satisfied that, then that kind of makes like fertile ground for some other stuff. Now, you might have to play the long game with some of these people. What do I mean by that? I mean, it might just have to be more than just a 3.5-minute conversation in front of Walmart. It may involve Facebook messages, maybe even giving them their phone number, maybe even meeting them for lunch or dinner or something like that. You just never know. You just never know. A lot of these people aren't as angry and as hateful as you think. A lot of them have just been conditioned to think that they're supposed to be that way. A lot of them been conditioned to directly or indirectly conditioned to think that that's all that matters. That's all they're here for, is to fight for their group, fight for their belief, fight for whatever the subject matter is that they're being told needs to be important to them for those 5 or 6 months. Please don't discount what just being a good human and a friend just might do, as far as changing somebody's hearts and minds, and maybe even pulling a different level in the lever in the voting. Are there even any levers in the voting booths anymore? I don't know. Just about wish there was. Maybe those couldn't be hacked and people couldn't cheat. Oh, let me shut up. All right. How long is this? 27 minutes and 46. I don't know why I thought I could do this in 7 minutes. I sure didn't. So anyway, I hope some of this babbling makes some sense to some of you. You probably turned this off after 4 minutes, and that's fine. But I get so passionate talking about this. This is such a huge deal because this is our country that I really believe without a doubt, are that close to losing, or it's going to become so different. I mean, we could be persecuted. I'm a Christian. I just hate to think that one day maybe I could be arrested or shot or even beheaded just because I follow Jesus, just because I worship him with all my might, just because I have no problem telling anybody on this earth how he's literally saved my life. That could be in jeopardy. So yes, it's important that we do some behind the scenes work and just be good humans. Listen. Give it a chance to create the possibility of fertile ground then you'll have the chance to go with the facts and the evidence. And even when you do, watch your tone, because you don't want to play into any kind of hate. You don't want to play into any kind of strife. Not asking you to not be yourself, but I am asking you to not be what they are used to seeing. This is so important. We've got to win over new votes. They've already cheated twice. Have no, golly, there's nothing in me that thinks that they won't do it again. They've had to have perfected it now. So not only do we need every vote that President Trump is going to get anyway, not only are some that have voted Republican before, but Trump's mean. Oh, I can't vote for him. There's a lot of that. I don't know if we're going to get them anyway. but some that we can get, let's please make sure that you are putting yourself in the best position to win them over. That's really what we have to do, and I've really dedicated that. I've had conversations with people. I'm tired, my brain hurts, I'm starving, but I'm going to have that conversation anyway. I'm going to message back and forth with them a little bit anyway. I believe without a doubt this country's life depends on it. Our children's futures depend on it. The kind of world my children are going to grow up in and their children, we've got to win this, y'all. All right. 30 minutes and 32 seconds. I'm sorry. If any of you are still listening, thank you. I don't know. Jennifer Lynn, I hope I answered your questions. If you have any more, please ask me. And God bless you all. Have a good Friday night and a great weekend.